What's going on, people, and welcome back to Rootz TV, man. Sunday League means we're in the home of grassroots football, East London, and I'm joined by the man.
What's going on, man?
Mr. Community Man, Bobby Kasanga.
Hey, you good?
Hey, this is a long time coming, you know. A long time coming.
100%. It's my fault, by the way. Just been non-stop busy, but yeah, we're here now, man.
This guy is harder to get than the president of the United States, but I've got him finally. And this is your man, right?
Nah, this is us, man. This is us. Every Sunday, Saturday, we're over here, man, playing. So yeah.
So Mr. Hackney Wick, Mr. Hackney Marshes, how are you?
I'm good, man. Working. Exciting times at the football club. We're celebrating 10 years in next month. So yeah, it's been crazy.
Yeah, talk me through that journey then. So again, 10 years ago, you had the brainchild of starting a football club in your local community. Is that kind of the gist of it?
Yeah, because I mean, originally it wasn't even meant to be in Hackney.
Yeah?
It was meant to be in Peckham, because I grew up in Peckham.
Yeah.
And I spent time in prison, and while I was in prison, I remember I used to get the non-league paper.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I need to start a team in Peckham. But then I looked and I saw a non-league paper, looking at all the divisions. Oh, there's a Peckham Town already. And I already had the idea, I'm going to call it Peckham United. Our nickname's going to be called the Trotters or the Dale Boys, because of Only Fools and Horses. And then when I got out, my probation wanted me in Hackney.
Yeah.
So I was looking for a local team also to play for. And I realised, wait, Hackney doesn't even have its own team. So I thought, oh, let me try a thing and see where it goes. And 10 years later, we're now a semi-pro team. So yeah, it's crazy.
Man. Talk me through like some of the people you met along the way. So Sadiq Khan, you met along the way.
Yeah, Sadiq Khan.
Besties and now.
Yeah, he's come to visit us 3 times now as well, which is amazing. The Mayor of London. I mean, we won numerous awards. We got invited to Downing Street when Theresa May was the Prime Minister to go and do talks with the late Jamal Edwards and Rapman. So there's been so many great things. I mean, winning an award being awarded to me by Jermaine Defoe and Fran Kirby, and then Kenny Dalglish actually creating a VT to speak about me because I support Blackburn.
Yeah.
And it's crazy things have happened, man.
How does that come about, Bo? Before we get into Hackney Wick, how do you support Blackburn? A kid girl from East London.
So I went to support Man United.
Yeah.
Right. My older brother supported Man United.
Right.
But he finessed me that, brothers are not allowed to support the same team, support a second team. I was like, really? Yeah. So I looked at the team that was second, was Blackburn.
Yeah.
And that year we finished second in the table. So I was like, yeah, that's actually a good team. And the following year we won the league.
Yeah.
So I stuck with them ever since. But it's been hard times for us of late. But we'll be back soon, man. We're in the playoffs. We're playing tonight against QPR. So hopefully we win and can consolidate ourselves in the playoffs.
That's crazy, man. So who was your best player growing up, your favourite player growing up?
Oh, Shearer, man.
Yeah,
man.
We've got to shake out to that one. Newcastle, Blackburn, we've got to link up.
I mean, we had the original SAS, Sutton and Shearer.
Yeah.
And who else was there at the time? Colin Hendry, Stuart Ripley, Jason Wilcox.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going back, man.
Yeah, it's a dream team. You still support them now, yeah?
You still support them now.
Okay.
I've not been able to go to too many games, but a lot of the players now have also been following me for our journey at Hackney Wick and that as well. So when Bradley Johnson was over at Blackburn as well, he kind of put me in with a few people over there as well. So yeah, it's been amazing, man.
Yeah, and you used to play a little bit yourself, yeah?
I used to play a bit myself, man. Peckham's easy, man. So,
come on, listen. If you ain't seen the clip on Link Up TV, who did you roll on that day?
I don't even know who it was. It was someone from M. Huncho's team. But
yeah. Some shots though, right?
Yeah.
You said them shots.
I had the feet, but even when I started Hackney Wick, I was playing myself. I was the player, manager, chairman, captain, penalty taker, free kicks, everything. Yeah, but it got to a point where I wanted to kind of set the foundation, and after I set the foundation, then allow other people to and like I said, our team right now who are killing it, all the players are like 20 and younger. All from our youth team. We've got 2 players, one that's older, one's 24 and one's 29, but everyone knows is 20 and younger. So it's just about giving them the platform. I mean, what would that be like me still 38 years old? Yeah, I'm still playing. So it's just about giving the young people opportunity. But I miss it. I miss football. I want to create a vets team, but it's timing. I've got so much going on.
Yeah, I can tell. I mean, we was literally here this time last year, or around about this time last year, 32 Borough Cup, and you was running around everywhere, and even trying to get 5 minutes of you was crazy, man. But credit to you, man. You make it happen, man.
No, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man. Maybe the 32 Borough Cup, I've started early this year. I'm trying to get everything in place early, get all my volunteers, get all the structure, speak to Hackney Marshes, make sure they got all the nets. Because last year, they didn't have certain nets that we paid for, so things like that were just frustrating.
Where did that come from anyway, that idea, the 32 Borough Cup? Because it's a legendary idea, man. If you guys don't know by now, it's every borough from London, right?
Yeah.
That puts in a team, all young people play here, home of grassroots football, fantastic idea. And it's been going on for how long now?
This will be our 6th year. This will be our 6th year, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Nah.
Hopefully a team from South London can win it. At the moment, it's been completely North London and one East London, which is last year, Barking and Dagenham. But it came about because, again, we grew up in that era of postcode wars, which still happens now. And now it's not even postcode wars as much as borough to borough. Now it's even little, what you call it, estate to estate now. It's gone that deep. So it's more so like these kids could actually be friends. They just don't know each other. They've never met. And you don't like someone on the basis of them living somewhere. But if I can bring you all together, so a kid from Hackney is never going to travel to Hounslow. Right? A kid from Hounslow will never travel to Islington, but they could be friends. So if I can bring them all together in the name of football, which is what they have in common, then we do it. And the beauty of it is it doubles up as a jobs fair. So the Sunday is the tournament, but the Saturday we've got different organisations and companies come to talk to the young people about their industries. So something that I think is very kind of worthwhile for them to say, what if you don't make it as a footballer? What's your plan B? So it doubles up as a jobs fair and the football tournament. So I looked at it as the World Cup has 32 teams, London has 32 boroughs. It just made sense.
That's genius. That's genius. I love that. And talk me about some of the names that you've kind of got to sponsor and get involved in it.
Oh, I mean, the original sponsor was Arsenal Fan TV when we first started it through our link up with Blood Brothers, that series we had. And then the following year was BT Sports, because many people that are called TNT Sports now, many people don't realise that they're actually based in Hackney Wick. And then we've had the last 2 years was Netflix and a few other minor sponsors. And then last year I thought, you know what? I want to get the people from those boroughs to actually interact with the young people from that borough. So last year we had Potter Paper, who's a current champion, sponsor Barking and Dagenham, where he's from. He sponsored them again this year. We had Russ Millions, sponsor Lewisham. We had K-Trap, sponsor Lambeth, Heady One, sponsor Haringey. And then this year we've got Rich 3-2, we've got Gets, we've got Nines, we've got DBE, and they're all that putting their money together to support the local kids from the area.
I love that. Again, people from this local area putting their money where their mouth is and really supporting the cause, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, Hackney Wick, am I right in thinking its first kind of shine was through the Blood Brothers series that you mentioned?
I mean,
you kind of got a bit of a shine to it?
Yes and no. When I started Hackney Wick FC, I was fresh out of jail, 2015. Said I'm gonna start this team, and then just going everywhere, knocking on doors. People like, who's this guy? Like, yeah, I'm gonna come out of jail. I'm starting a local football team. I was like, I didn't think it would ever get to the point here. I had ambitions, I had dreams, right? But to get to where we have now, it's been amazing. But I think we can even go even further. But Copper 90 then found out about, there's this guy who's started a football club locally in Hackney, and they done like a campaign with Hyundai, and that gave us our first quite big shine, because it had like 90,000 followers, 90,000 views at that point, where people were like, what's this team? And then through the back of that, I started getting London Live TV invited me to come and talk about myself. And then when people realised sort of my criminal background and what I'm doing now for the community, they wanted to kind of engage with me. So when there was anything happening in terms of the news, in terms of knife crime and youth violence, they'll contact me like, yo, can we get you come to speak on this? And then people started kind of seeing me a bit more. And then of course, I started looking at people like Essie Dons, Baiteze. I'm going to put Hackney Wick FC in the same mold and start putting the social media stuff, but I kind of didn't at the time, which I kind of regret now. I think if I'd pushed it at the time, it would have been bigger right now in terms of social media stuff. But I started looking at them and I realised there's actually more people watching these shows than a lot of people actually watch like a professional football club.
Yeah, for sure.
It could be like Rochdale or someone, no disrespect to them from Rochdale, but like we've probably got more people watching SC Dons than that. So I reached out to all of these guys, said, guys, why don't we do like a Super League kind of thing? I think it would make sense to reach out to Hashtag and everyone. And then reached out to Robbie, Arsenal Fan TV. At that point, they didn't have a team. They're like, probably it's a brilliant idea. So got together with Robbie, and we kind of, when the producers kind of fleshed it out, and the idea of Blood Brothers came about. And then for me, that was a fantastic series. It should have continued, but again, budgets and so on. And I think that's what also spawned DT creating his own team, which is now Cannonswood FC.
So you created Super League then, basically?
Yeah, I created Blood Brothers, yeah.
No, but Super League, you know when there was that whole thing about the Super League, Premier League teams going into that?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
You planted the seed.
Basically, I mean, yeah, you know, yeah.
You're the one to blame. Fair enough. And then now you're in the Furlough
non-Division 1. And to be fair, when Hackney Wick FC, when we started, we were playing in Middlesex County Division 1.
Right.
Our reserve team currently playing that same league right now. But I wanted to kind of fast track everything. So I remember there's a a football club called London Bari. So I reached out to the owner at the time and said, look, Bari is a place in Italy.
Yeah.
it'll be hard for you guys to attract sponsors and attract fans and so on. Why don't we kind of become joint owners of Hackney Football Club? We take over Lonabari, and that's what kind of got us in the professional status. And we played in the Essex Senior, but just my luck, first year we got relegated. And then we've been in the furlough none ever since then, in the 10th division of British football. But this year it's going really well. It's going really well.
At least you got that relegation out your way now. You got one under your belt, which no one really wants, but again sometimes it happens.
Technically, we should have got 2 relegations because
we don't talk about it. So right, this season you're sitting second at the moment. A lot is going on because I'm seeing online. Bobby's been a troll, man. Like he's getting pelters from the top of the league. He's taking pelters at second, third, fourth, and below. Like, what's going on, man? You're sending shots to everyone.
I've been going for everyone because my whole thing is it's a bit like WWE, right? Make it entertaining. Like, we are in an era where lots of clubs are folding. Right, where there's no finance in a lot of semi-professional football, grounds are derelict, people can't really get fans no more, and so on. And like I said, it's a rise of the internet teams and that as well. So, for my thing is that where we've been quite lucky because of my background, being able, if I didn't have my background, we probably wouldn't have been able to attract the sponsors that we do because of my story, right? So there's a lot of clubs who are in a position where they don't have my story. So how can they kind of navigate and try to? So I thought, you know what? If we can bring more attention to the league where I might have a bit of banter, and with me it's always with respect, it's never through malice, it's a bit of laughter and banter, some people might take it to heart. Like I saw it with AS London, right? And I like AS London. Franco, the manager, is my guy, he used to be a Hackney FC coach as well, and one of their players, Ayub, is also one of my favourite guys, right? I just see them dancing one time online. They won the game 7-0, 7-0, and they're dancing. I'm like, look at these guys dance like they won the league. What's this about? And they kind of ruffled a bit of feathers, but the thing went viral, and then they came back at me, and then we still got to play them twice. We played them in the cup, we beat them in the cup, but I think they'll be looking for revenge as well. And then I think I just started having a dig at everyone.
I see that video on the way here, I was like, in the mud.
Baker, they're in sort of the Redbridge area. You man, in the mud. AS London, in the mud. Barking and Dagenham, in the mud. FC Baresi, in the mud. Yeah, there you go, Enfield Borough, in the mud. North West London, that's a whole of North West London, in the mud. Hackney doing bits right now, huh?
Yeah.
In the mud.
Yeah.
Keep everyone.
Like again, a lot of these guys are like friends. I'll say like Marvin, who runs Enfield Borough. Like, I'm someone that supports everyone else. They got a sponsorship with Groundworks. I facilitated that. And like, yo, Marvin hit me up and said, look, we've got Bills he's from Enfield, he's sponsoring the 32 Bar Cup, let me put you guys in touch, and then you guys, now he sponsors it. So no matter what banter I have with people, taking the digs, I'll still support these teams. There's so many teams who have done things on the basis of kind of advice that I might have given them that people don't know about, don't really talk about it. Athletic Newham, they used to be called Lopez Tavares. I told them, guys, you have to change your name. Similar to I told Lonabari, you can't be called Lopez Tavares. Like, where are you going to get your support? Like, you need to affiliate yourself to a certain area so people from that area support. So they changed the name to Athletic Newham. Even someone like Any, Rising Ballers, when they started Kensington, right? He reached out to me and said, Bobby, how did you go about doing that? Took my time, gave him advice. So I'm always there to try and give people advice and support them. SC Dons. Don Strapsy came over, done an interview with me, and I told him in an interview, I think you guys are at a point now you should be going to do semi-pro. They're like, nah, I want to keep it Sunday League. I'm like, no, do semi-pro. Now they're with Forest Hill. So I always try to give people and say, look, because there's some people like, oh, make it all about myself and we're going to do this first. But I'm like, if we're all working together, we can all push on it. Even Wolfham Cross, my friend Patrick, he runs a team in Step 7. I'm always trying to give advice. So it's not just about us. So when I do these things and I'm having to dig at people and arm it at Brimsdown, he hit me up about advice yesterday about something else he wants to do. They know it's a bit of fun. Sometimes, because I don't tell them in advance, guys, I'm going to do this, it might come a bit of a surprise to them. But it's all in the name of banter. It's all in the name of trying to bring attention to the league. Because if attention comes to our league and our clubs, sponsors will be like, oh, that looks interesting. Let me put my brand in around that because it's getting a lot of views. So that's what it is, really.
Nah, listen, I get it. I fully get it, man. Like, for people that don't get it, it's not harmful. It's not, like you said, it's helping out the league. If people are more aware of the teams, people will follow and all the rest of it. So I get it, man. I get it. So talk to me about the top of the league now. Okay, so they come in for your player.
Oh yeah, I mean,
cheeky.
Very cheeky.
Harlow, Harlow town. Harlow,
Come on, I got a lot of respect for Harlow Town. Well known, great club, great fans. I'm enjoying our little back and forth bit of banter. Like, we can't have you guys this scared. You guys got a crazy budget, and you want to put 7 days for our players. I get it. Win the title by any means necessary. I hear it, but come on, trying to go for our top striker. Come on, do you really think that was gonna happen? A few weeks before we play you again, you wanna ruffle the feathers a little bit. Play a bit of mind games yourself a little bit, but you know what? I enjoy it. Come on. 7-day approach for our players. Come on, get out of here. I said something last time, and this was just me again, being very harmless, right? I was saying, look, I'm so proud of our team, because our team, 90% of the players all come from our youth team, and they are competing. I just said, look, we don't have the crazy budgets of Harlow Town who pay their players £200, £300, £400 a game.
What?
I don't know if that is what they're doing, right?
Yo, you getting how much a game? Yo, Harlow, sign me up. Boy.
I don't know if that's what they're doing. They're probably not doing that, but I was giving an insight, right? Okay. So our players play for the opportunity and the platform to get themselves maybe further up, because we've got so many players who started with us and are playing further up the leagues, right? So with that, my manager Ernest called me and said, oh, Harlow are not happy with that. They're saying delete that thingy. They pay their players, but it's not that much. I'm like, have a laugh. It's not that deep. So I don't know if that caused a bit of a beef or not. Man. But then last year, they came in for one of our top striker last year, Vichy, who's been injured all this season. They came in for him. Vichy said, no, he's loyal. Some players, it's not about the money. It's about, you know what? I just want to play football. I want to have fun. And they work anyway. So for them, the extra bit of money doesn't mean anything. But some players, they're mercenaries, they do it for the money. Yeah. So with that being said, I just saw the other day, minding our business, I get going on my emails, oh yes, we're putting a 7-day approach for Issa Sidibe. I'm like, what? We are your closest rivals. We're 6 points behind you with 2 games in hand. We've already beaten you this season. So literally the league is in our own hands. Again, anything can happen. I'm not going to say we're going to win the league. I'm not going to say they're going to win the league, right? Because everyone's expected them to win the league from the beginning because they had so much budget, right? But for us to be competing and minnows who don't pay our players, you guys want to be that cheeky. So either it's one thing, they thought they could get the player, or they wanted to kind of raffle the feathers, a bit of mind games, unsettle us. I'm like, hey, Bobby, I love this though.
Did they try to play your own game?
Yeah, I think they did. And for me, it's like, I love it. Like, bring it on. So everything is set now for the 8th of March. I mean, before the 8th of March, we need to win our games in hand first because it's not easy. We're playing 4th place this weekend, Rayleigh Town, who are also trying to get promoted themselves as well. So I see something the Harlow chairman said the other day, or the Harlow manager said the other day, it's a 2-horse race now between us and them. I wouldn't rule out any of the other teams because anyone can go on a 4-5 match losing run and then other teams pick up points and then it's back. And until it's mathematical impossible for other teams to be out of it, I think everyone...
the safe one is like, oh, it's not out. It's not ready yet. No,
everyone in the top 6, top 7 can still do it.
Yeah?
Everyone, AS London got like 6 games in hand. It's better to have the games, to get the points in the games in hand, board, but anything can happen, man. Okay. But yeah, they tried to unsettle us, but Harlow, like, I'm a big fan of you guys anyway. Like, when I've gone to when we went to go and play them, like, to have like something that we're kind of envious of. Like, you got 400, 500 fans there.
Is it?
That is crazy.
At step 6.
Remember, they were at step 4, and they got demoted.
Okay.
So yeah, so for them, for us, is like there's a few teams who bring that amount of numbers, but for them to be, at that level, I'm looking at their fans, everyone turning up, it's crazy, and I'm thinking, at the same time, our fans is about 10, 11 of them still out-sing everyone else. I want to take this moment to actually big up our fans, right? We've got a group of about 9 to 10, right, who come to most games. They won't come to every single game, but to most games. They do not stop singing.
Love that.
They will, like other teams, I can hear the other teams' fans saying, oh, can't they just shut up? Why are they talking so much? What's the matter with them? And I just love them. They come to every game, they're so supportive, and like they don't win or lose, and it's amazing. And if we can start building up, and that's what I think I rested on our laurels when I started the football club. Like, oh, Hackney Wick, everyone knows Hackney Wick. But when I've actually gone into Hackney Wick, because you see there's so much new development, so much new people have gone there, a lot of people don't know Hackney Wick. I've been running Hackney Wick Football Club for 10 years and we're about to celebrate our 10-year anniversary. And what I realised is that many of the locals and the businesses do not even know who we are. They didn't even know that we existed. So our campaign for 2025 is to be a bigger presence in the local area.
so that the local people affiliate themselves with us and know that we're their local team. So today we set about in the Hackney Wick area to meet the local people and say to them, yeah, but Hackney Wick FC, check us out. Appreciate it. Nice one, mate. Good to meet you.
You heard of Hackney Wick Football Club? They're like, what? Hackney Wick's got a team, yeah. Our downfall is that we don't play in the borough. Yeah. We play, not even in London, we play out in Whittam. Yeah.
Jeez.
So that's the issue we've had. So to actually galvanise a fan base from Hackney, it's been difficult because people are like, okay, I want to come to a game. How do I get there? Oh, you play in Whittam. That's like 45 minutes on the train. So it puts people off.
Yeah. So was the plan to get a stadium then? The
plan was to get a stadium. I mean, we've been hitting Hackney Council for years and years. Look, find us a space, find us a location and so on. And so it was that red tape around green land and common land laws, and if the fans facilities had to be for schools and so on. So that's always been the difficulty of it. And we used to ground share with Clapton at Old Spotted Dog. Yeah. And through no faults of our own, they had beef with the other Clapton fans, and then Vince got kicked out, which got us kicked out. And then we went to Haringey Borough. We was there for a year, then COVID happened, and then they said they wanted to bring in New Salamis, their own team. And then Whittam, to be fair, Whittam has been amazing to us, and I can't fault them at all. And for us, we don't mind staying there for a little while until we can get a place or space for ourselves. And I've been talking to there's been a few different options, but nothing ever concrete. And my whole thing now is that, can I just create and keep boosting up our fan base through online, through merchandise? So you can't get to a game, but how do we add to our revenue? Buy more jerseys. And obviously we've been lucky, we've had collaborations with Nike, collaborations with Netflix, the Top Boy jerseys.
Talk about that, because you've had some fantastic
the Wingstop and that as well. So yeah, it's been non-stop, man.
Yeah, in fact, let's lean into that. So talk to me about the shirts and the link up there. You've been sponsored by Top Boy, Netflix,
Top Boy, Wingstop,
Wingstop as well.
Netflix, Netflix is the Top Boy one. So Wingstop, the NHS, Gaffer. Who else? Teesside University.
How do you get so high profile, sponsors on board, man? Like, you are the Mr. PR man of grassroots, man.
Again, and that's what, funnily enough, right? I've had 2 bids for Hackney Wick FC, right?
One in US and one...
Both of them in the US, right? And there's been a few in the UK and that as well, but the one in the US came about, he reached out to me and said, look, I've been following you on LinkedIn. I love your story. I want to see how we can kind of work with Hackney Wick FC, and I want to buy into this. The difficulty in terms of pricing Hackney Wick FC is that we don't have an asset of our own facility. Okay. We don't have a football ground. We've got a minibus, which was given us by YouTube, but we don't have our own facility, so it's hard, and all it is based on our branding and what I kind of do. Yeah. So, but even so, he was willing to get involved, but then he wanted the majority stake. And I said, he said, look, he said, I want to run the football club. You can focus on doing the youth side and developing these players, and I will put money in, get us a football ground, but I want majority stake. I said, it'll give me so much peace in regards to that. I'd have to run around so much. Someone's taking care of everything. I can just concentrate on the youth team. But then I realized I built this stuff from scratch. I don't know, because you can turn around later on and just buy me out kind of thing. So I thought, I don't know. But then, credit to him, he's gone and bought Woking. He's now the new owner of Woking.
Oh, is that?
in the I think National South. I think National League South. So he's the new owner of Woking now. Funnily enough, right? And then we're still in good conversation in terms of sort of pathway for our players. And then another American hit me up the other day again, and he said something which made me actually realise I understand. He said, look, I want to get involved with Hackney Football Club. He's already involved with 2 clubs, one in the National League and one also in Scotland. And he wants to get involved in Hackney Wick FC. And he said, look, give me an evaluation. So he came up with evaluation, and he said the difficulty with my evaluation is that he feels Hackney Wick Football Club, as you mentioned, in regards to the sponsorship and so on, is kind of very reliant on me, my story, me coming out of prison, starting this football club, and what I do in the community. He said, if you remove that, what is Hackney Football Club really worth, kind of thing. So it made me realise,
so okay, you're buying into you as opposed to the football club.
Yeah. So that's what I said to myself, you know what, I actually need to galvanise the people of Hackney more and say, look, you guys have a local football team. Yes, many of you guys will support Arsenal, many of you guys will support West Ham and Tottenham and so on, but now I'm trying to target Gen Z and the younger generation and the ones who are kind of growing up. So the players who play for our team now, make them sort of fans and their parents fans of Hackney Wick FC, and kind of build it up from there.
And also I think it's a case of making it more about the players and people buying into the players. So something that I always commend SC Dons about is like I buy into the characters. That's the reason why you probably know more SC Dons players than you do your own team's players. Do you know what I'm saying?
And
that's the thing. Like when I think of Hackney Wick, I always think about you.
And I want to touch on that, right? And that's a kind of I'm having beef with my manager Ernest. Yeah, I'm talking to you right now, right?
Ernest.
Because like. One of the things I said, look, we need to do more, right, on socials in regards to people getting to know. So I've been, about to put out an episode today, so I've been more consistent on trying to put out weekly episodes now, right? And it's more so is that I want us to get to know the players, get to know the captains and so on. But it comes at half time, Ernest doesn't want the cameras in the change room. We'll be like, Klopp. But I'm like, we can't do this, Ernest, right? So I don't know, ruffle the feathers at the moment because we're doing really well in the league, and it might be I bring the cameras in that change room and then we start losing. So I'm like, okay, cool. But I said we have to understand on a financial basis and so on. Yeah. We need to be doing that. I need the people to buy into the players to get to know. We've got a 21-year-old captain, Peter, who's been with us since he was 18, right? We got Leo, who's 19 now, top goal scorer, right? He's been playing since he was 17. So I want to follow these players, go to their workplace, go to their houses, and get to know them as well. So that's what I'm kind of working on at the moment. So, but at the moment, I'm letting them kind of focus. So we'll go in the change rooms, film a little bit and come out, but I'm letting them know for next season is that the cameras have to be in there, non-stop, all access. Because but at the same time, I have to respect Ernest in the sense that he's not really a camera guy kind of thing. But I'm like, look, if Man United now come and say, look, you've done the role, Hackney Wick, come and manage us, are you going to say, no, I can't do the media? You're going to do the media. You'll do the media, no, without no fail. So but I have to expect that he's someone that is not that comfortable with that side of it as well.
Talk to me about, in fact, before we get back into Hackney Wick, talk to me about the kits again. What is the best kit that you've released so far? Oh,
it has to be the original night kits. The original one that we've done, there's two of them. The one that looked like the army camouflage one, it had like, but if you looked into the details, got all the kids from the youth team, all their little drawings inside of it. But you have to really look into the detail to see that. But it's the away kit of that season is the yellow and white one. That one was amazing. I think Man United tried to do something similar when they done their away kit the following season as well with Adidas. But that's my favourite kit. That actually got rubbed out my car. No. It got rubbed out my car. So till now, people always ask for those kits. Whenever I get email, oh, do you still have those 2018-19 kits? They're gone, can't see them.
And there's no way to reproduce them, no?
I mean, could reproduce them, but it's like, we've moved on from that time, really, to be fair, innit? So, yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, talk to me about life as a chairman and as a club.
It's hard work, man. And the thing is that I try to be less hands-on, because I even coach our under-10s. So, and it's more so, I want to get to the point that where I just go to a match on a Saturday, enjoy the game, and go home.
I'm trying to do it all though, trying to do chairman, coach.
But I'm having to film, I'm having to, and again, what doesn't help us, what doesn't help us is that we're so far away in Whittam, it's hard to get people over there. So if it was based here in East London, I get that you want the young people to come and do so many things over here. So, but it's like, it's hard because our under-10s, we've got some fantastic players in our under-10s, and I didn't want some of those players to leave because we was getting, especially with our under-12s a few years back, we was getting like coaches not turning up, matches, parents are having to do the matches themselves because a coach didn't show up. So it's always hard to try to delegate and get the right coaches in place. And where I didn't want some of our better players just leave because they see these people are not being serious, I've had to say, no, I'm going to take care of our under-10s. So this season I committed to doing that. I told them at the beginning of the season I'm going to do that. Next season I don't know, but this season I did. The difficulty of us as well, it's a bonus, it's a gift and a curse. From under 14s and low, it don't matter what level of football you're at, we take players of any level, and it can be frustrating for our better players who are good and then they're playing with a player who's not so good. So next season I'm looking at having just a complete community side and having elite side, because our under 18s, top of the league right now, unbeaten. I think they've won every single game, played 10, won 10, or stuff like that. So, and that's why we got this conveyor belt of these young players from the youth teams who are now going to the reserve and into the first team. So
it's a great pathway as well, man.
Yeah. Fantastic but all the ages below that. And one of the great stories of this year is that we've got two boys signed to Stevenage, but again, I'm now having to take responsibility of taking them to their games and taking them to their training.
Taking them to their games as well.
Because parents can't. And that's the football at academy level is very elitist. And people will never understand that. But everyone wants to get their child, my son to get to the academy. But cool, do you understand the cost that comes with it? Having to take them to training 3 times a week, having to take them to matches on a Sunday, because they might be playing against Portsmouth on Sunday.
Yeah.
They might be playing against Birmingham the following week. Then it's Leicester. You have to cover those costs and travel, especially at Cat 2 or Cat 3 level. I'm not sure what they do at Cat 1, but those, you having to commit to doing that. Have you got that commitment? Because now you've got work, you may have other kids, so you ain't got the comfortability or the capacity to just go and take your kids to the academy. So parents always want their kids to get to the academy, but it's that difficult. But as a chairman of Hackney FC, I felt it was my duty to, I got these boys signed, I'm going to be helping them to take them to the game. So that's one of the other things I do. Wow. Social media. But we've got a few people that work, but it's hard to delegate, because you can delegate to someone, and then because we don't have that much finances to pay everyone, because at this level of football you need a lot of volunteers, and someone can only volunteer up to a certain amount of time where they have to go and get their own work and so on. So we've got like a kid called Jake, love him to bits, 16 years old, it should be about 17 now. He's volunteering with us, and he still volunteers with us now. He does like our social media stuff, but he's not as prominent as he once was, because now he's working now as well. So you have to understand, people have to pay their bills and so on. So it's hard, but I enjoy it, but at the same time we do need help.
Right, so going back to league now, do you think you're going to win it? Do you think you're going to win the league? It's a tough ask, because like I said in the tweet, David versus Goliath.
I think we can win it.
Yeah?
I think we can win it. It's not a guarantee. Like I said, first and foremost, let's win our games in hand. It's cliche, but we have to take every game at it, because you can't disrespect any team. We still got to play some teams at the bottom of the league. This period right now is our hardest period, because we just played Cannons Wood, who were 4th. And they beat us. We lost 3 times this season. They're one of the teams that beat us a few weeks ago. We just beat them. Then on Saturday we're playing 5th place, and then we've got AS London, who we need to win their games in hand to actually catch us up as well. Yeah. So, and they're a very good team. They're probably 3rd favourites. And then we've got the big one against Harlow. So once we clear those, then we've got teams who are on the bottom side of the table, but that's not easy either, because their teams want to prove themselves. They don't want to get relegated. So nothing is easy. So I believe we can win it. Whether we will or not, stay tuned.
And are you equipped to go up to the next level? Because I know when you get up to certain levels, you've got to have a stadium and all the rest of it, have certain things in place.
Yeah.
Are you all equipped for that?
Yeah, we're equipped for that. We're going to stay in Whittam.
Yeah.
We're going to stay in Whittam for the time being, because I think for us, it makes sense to stay there right now until we can get somewhere that we can say we've got long tenure and we can be here for, because London's very volatile. You come over here playing at a stadium one, and then they say, oh, we got to offer, someone's offering us more money to be here, then you have to go off again. So Whittam is ideal for us. YouTube gave us a minibus, so that helps us travel to the games. On a weekend, it's calm. It's an hour drive where the guys meet up at Hackney Marshes, 8:12. You're there in and out. So midweek can be a little bit difficult sometimes, but we're equipped in the sense that, again, we have the players, right? We've got the conveyor belt, but again, it's that next step of football where now there's a lot of finances in there, where a lot of players are paid. Now, are we in a position where we can pay players? Right now, no. So we need to try and get sponsorship just for that. Ernest done well. Does Ernest get approached by a team and say, look, will Ernest come over here? We'll give you a big budget. He might say, yep, I love Hackney, we can see, but I've got a chance now to climb up the ladder and go with this team as well. So there's so much things you kind of have to look at, but we'll face the challenge once we're there, because again, end of the season comes, we'll have our party for our 10-year anniversary. We'll be having a party for promotion as well, we don't know. But if we can coincide both, and then we'll sit down, reflect on the season, and then see what we kind of need for next season.
I hope so. I hope you do. I really do.
What I want to avoid though is the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because as much as I feel we're the best team in the league, in the playoffs it's a one-off game. Anything can happen. And a lot of teams also sign mercenaries. Right? They'll sign mercenaries knowing, okay, let me buy a player, let me sign a player from step 2, step 3, just for the playoffs basically. So anything can happen, man.
Getting back to that 7-day, off camera you had a good suggestion about the transfer window.
Yeah, I think...
Because that could solve a lot of things. I know it's kind of we see it in Premier League football all the time about transfer windows, and obviously it's just shut now.
Yeah.
But again, have it at this level.
I did say that I think having a transfer window can help teams safeguard their players, but at the same time, when I look at reality of it, is that a lot of players break down because they can't travel to games and so on, because of whatever reason, work and so on. So teams always kind of need to have that balance of being able to sign players. Yeah. So I guess in hindsight, maybe it's not a great idea, but there needs to be some form of structure in place that can safeguard a player. I mean, some teams put players on a contract in that as well, so to kind of safeguard their teams in that as well. So there's looking at that as well, but I don't know, we'll see, man.
How do you feel about that in terms of contract? Because sometimes that kills, say for example, if they're playing a Sunday League team, for a Sunday League team as well, that kills the Sunday League team. I know it's not your concern, but at the same time, it's like, is it killing that player's enjoyment because they want to play Saturdays and Sundays?
Yeah, I mean, if I was to put a player on a contract, they can go and play on Sundays. I don't mind. I know how football is. I know a lot of people want you to just play for them if they put you on a contract. But for me, it's more so like, let people, especially at our level of football, let people enjoy their football, have fun. And if they're injured, well, you're not getting paid. You're on a contract, now you're injured. You're not getting, so put that clause in that, you're not going to get paid now because you went and paid elsewhere and you got injured. But for me, go enjoy yourself. I don't know what qualms about that.
Is that one of the frustrations of being a chairman, or what is the main, frustration from being a chairman that you face a lot of the time?
I think for me personally, is the help. That's what I need to really be big on this when the close of the season is getting so many people on board, different positions, and vetting them, because we had people, great idea, I want to get involved with the football club, and then halfway down the line they can't commit. So that's the most frustrating part of the chairman, that I can't just sit back and relax.
Yeah.
So that's been the hardest part. And also financially, just making sure that we can be financially stable, where we're not always reliant on sponsorship, where we're reliant on our own branding. So people are buying merchandise, people are coming to games and so on. But that's down to me to really work on the marketing side of it. Like the other day I went to Hackney FC, giving out jerseys. Yeah. Giving out jerseys to people. Hackney FC, yo guys, what, you don't know Hackney FC? I the local team here, take a jersey. Make sure you follow on Instagram. So now they have a little bit of an interest, and then that interest can hopefully turn into something.
Okay, right. I want to talk about Bobby Kasanga, the man, aside from Hackney Wick now. So, first things first, start of the year, you was involved in a couple beefs. I saw a couple beefs online. I was like, yo, what's going on? Everyone's taking shots at Bobby. From Winners Talking to Cream to Remain Relevant. What's going on? Why is everyone taking shots at Bobby?
You know what?
I think if you had that 50 Cent meme, what the fuck did I do?
You know what? What I realised, that people are always gonna have an opinion. Even the Paul Bridges fight as well. Like people, people are always gonna have an opinion, right? And for me, it's like I'm very thick-skinned. Sometimes I bite back, but I told myself 2025. You know what? Let people say what they're gonna say, and just get on with what I'm doing, because I know what I do behind closed doors in terms of the young people, how I help them. Some people are like, oh wait, you say this, but then you're online and you're promoting drill music. I'm like, I'm not really promoting drill music. I'm promoting a person who's trying to better themselves and trying to better their situation, because drill can have an influence, but we was all listening to hip hop music all our lives, right? DMX didn't make me want to go and get a gun and kill someone. Yes, sometimes now with drill music, for example, they might be saying specific names and so on. So it's about how you handle it. But for me, I think for the amount of young people I help out, I can't really look at people's opinions. And the Pound Sterling ones I was most disappointed in, because for that one, for me, it's more so, he was more so saying that, oh, well, I've reached out to him, yo, I'm doing my end of year thing, I want you to be part of it. You can just kindly say, nah, not for me. But then for you to go and say, oh yeah, I just feel like you're not really messing with me, and now you're reaching out to me, and you don't really post me, but you only post something that was negative. And for me, like, I run a blog page to entertain people, right? And funnily enough, just today, right, I posted a guy called Tino who I interviewed, and the caption is that I went to prison age 17 for 2 shootings and a stabbing. And someone put in a comment, when are we gonna get some positive people, some engineers? I said, I've done that. I put George the Poet, I put George and Methadon in there. You guys just don't watch it. You guys like badness. So people say these things, right? And when I post positivity, they don't even engage with it.
It's the same thing with football. Like, I post a lot of tackles and red cards and all the rest of it. Why do you always post getting at referees? That's what you lot engage with. Like, people, look, we all like negativity, as much as we don't like to admit it. Sometimes we like a little positive post every now and then. But again, the people that engage are the ones that they engage with the negativity.
Yes, yes it is. And like I said, and back to the pounds thing, it's more so like, if you felt that way, you could have always said, yo, Bobby, what's going on? I don't really feel your temperature at the moment. Because I see him at the Nines show, and we was talking. So for me, there's no, so it came out of the blue for me, because when I've actually reached out for you to come on my show. But like I said, I always got love for pounds. There's no malice there, there's no harm there, but it just lets me know, like, as much as you might be thinking you're doing good for people, or not everyone going to be seeing you, for whatever reasons, they might not see you in the same light. So, like, remain relevant TV. Like, he's funny. He's
Back
funny.
when he was in Bobby
Kapingi. Like, for me, it's like, I take it with a pinch of salt. Don't get me wrong. At the time when he first come at me, I was angry. I was like, wait, let me find this guy. What's his address? Like, and then it's like, I look at it, he's entitled to his opinion, right? And he can make banter of it, and we put ourselves in the public domain for people to critique us. So let him say what's it. I mean, I've been the only person that's kind of gone at him as well, because then I found out what he actually looked like. And I posted that, and that. But what I realized as well is that you can also fuel people to actually give them more engagement. When I see some of his posts, I think one of his biggest engagements when he's going at me, kind of thing. But for me, I've got no issues with him. I think he's funny. Like, I laugh when I look at it. I laugh now, and he's someone that's created a space for himself as well. And why shouldn't he? And all the best to him. And everyone in the public domain, if you're in the public domain, you put yourself out for criticism. So
like you said with the football thing, it's like WWE. Like, and again, you never know where it can come about.
Yeah, like, the thing is, he's not killed anyone from. I've never killed anyone from him. We're probably never going to see each other. So say what you're going to say, like, and I have no problems with it. Like, remain relevant TV, keep doing your thing, man. No issues.
Know. You might have a football team. You might want to play one time, or you might enter a team in the 32 Borough Cup. You never know. You never know. You never know. But like I said, and like with Cream, big up Cream as well. And like I said, with that as well, like, I don't know where that came from, because for me, it was like I invited her to come on the show as well. And I think she just maybe didn't like the clickbait of me having spray, talk about what. But in the day, like, we're in the social media world per se. But if you notice, obviously with Paul Bridges, I'm meant to be fighting Paul Bridges. I've lost a lot of weight for that. But when I come to think of it, I'm like, am I putting my energies and focus in the wrong things? Because I'm realizing that, okay, cool, I want to boost up Hackney Wick FC. Why am I spending time beefing people online? Why am I spending time going to fight Paul Bridges? Not to say that I won't fight him, but it's like, even that, like, I've kind of lost the appetite for it, just in the sense that, Hackney Wick FC is celebrating 10 years. Let me actually champion that. Let me focus that. Let me focus on my family and my kids and that. So it's like, and even notice that I lost my main page, the Bobby Kasanga page, and then Big Ego Media, I turned it to Bobby Kasanga 200. And then the other day I said, actually, let me just put that to Big Ego Media. Now I have my small Bobby Kasanga page and just have the brand of Big Ego Media and so on. And just let me just realign myself, just like focus on Hackney Wick FC, think outside the blocks, our community centre, 32 Bar Cup, and these are the things. Social media can be a distraction sometimes, that it's not bringing you extra money. I hear that. So what, the Instagram page is gone now? Because I see you had that whole spat with that, what was she, an artist or something like that?
Oh, no, yeah, so she got my page taken down, and she took it back, retracted it, and actually I got that page back. But then, this is what everyone on social media you have to be very, very careful of. And I'm speaking to Daniel Press Play. Hopefully he should get his page back, as well as happened to him just the other day as well. Because Press Play, I think they're like 1 million followers on what you call it. But what people are doing now, what happened to me, after I got my page back, I got hit with another copyright. Something I posted in June was a racist rant. There's this racist incident, and I've reposted it. And I believe the person who was racist has ended up buying the rights to that original video, and then hit us with a copyright strike. You can't use that video. And Instagram take copyright very, very seriously. Yeah, because they don't even give you time to bite back or anything like that. Just wipe it, don't they? No. So you get 3 strikes, right? So, but sometimes you don't know, even though you got struck, you might not check your email because they send you an email, right? So you get 3 strikes. So, but this time they sent me the email saying you got another strike. And they sent me the email of the person. So I've emailed the person and said, oh, by the way, I use this video, but happy to take it down. And they came back and said, oh, we want you to pay $2,500 to get your page back. It's an American company. I said, I'm good. I'm very well equipped in building up my pages. I've got like 5 or 6 pages. I've all got like 5, 6 digits. So like I'm good at doing that. So I ain't gonna pay $2,500. You're gonna shake me down. Keep the page. So I let them keep it. But be mindful, like with your content. Even if you tag the person, right? Someone can buy the rights to that thing and say, well, I hit you with a copyright, and you get free, Instagram take your pay, and there's nothing you can do about it until those people retract.
Wow. Wow, yeah, because I've already lost one page, so I'm not going down that route.
Yeah.
Definitely not. The other thing I wanted to talk about with Instagram is like sometimes you kind of get pelters for putting negative stuff on there, and we've kind of talked about that briefly. But are you looking to change that now and go down a more positive route, or are you going to keep going?
No, for me, like this, right? I mean, I spoke about this morning. I posted about the interview I done, and someone said, "Right." But the thing is, for me, if you're someone that's been following my pages for ages, right, especially my old one, right, I post everything. I'm a big history fan. I'll post about history. I'll post wildlife. I'll post geography. Whatever it is, I post. But what it is, people will focus on the negative stuff because that might get the most views and most interactions. But if you go down the whole page, there's so many different things I post. And for me, it's not about posting negativity. It's also raising awareness. It's also challenging behaviors and so on. So I'm going to keep posting how I'm posting. I'm not going to change. But I always say that what I post on social media is not who I am. Who I am in person, you meet me in real life, how we get on is completely different. That's just interaction. And if you look at social media and believe everything on social media, that's in your own kind of thing. But yeah, I'm never going to change what I post. And I always say to people this, if you want positivity, go to my Think Outside the Blocks page. You'll always see positive news on there. Big up your Positive News TV. If you want positivity, go over there. And what I always tell people, it's like the BBC and it's like ITV, it's like Sky News, whatever it is, right? When EastEnders is on and you watch EastEnders, watch EastEnders. If you hate EastEnders, change the channel. Wait for Match of the Day to come on. So when people complain that why you post, you don't have to follow. And there's other pages for you to follow for the type of content you want.
Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. Right. Want to end on the game.
Okay.
So, red card, yellow card.
Okay.
There's questions on there. Just try and answer the questions as truthfully as possible.
Sure.
Okay. You got any red cards this season?
We had a few, we had a couple,
I was going to say, I didn't want to jinx it.
You have a spare ticket to a cup final. Who do you take and why?
Remember, your wife's going to be watching as well. You know?
She won't care about it. She won't care about it. I'll take one of the players from the youth teams. I'll probably do like a raffle or what do you call it? Because even it happened the other day actually. I got invited to the England versus Ireland game. I couldn't go, so I told the parents in the group chat who wants to go, and then a mum took her son. This is his first ever game to go and watch England play at Wembley. So things like that. So yeah, I think I'll I'll take one of the youth players. If it's Blackburn.
I was going to say, what cup final would you want to go to?
I mean, World Cup final now.
Now we're talking.
World Cup final. Probably one of my siblings. Probably one of my brothers who are into football. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Right, let's take another one.
Would you ditch your partner for football? What sense? I mean, like, don't go somewhere with her.
Yeah, so say for example, it's that World Cup final, but she says, Bobby, you haven't taken me to IKEA. You need to get a new bed.
I mean, it's happened a few occasions because her birthday always falls when we used to be in the FA Cup. Used to fall during the FA Cup weekend, which meant I couldn't go to the FA Cup because of that. So that kind of grated me. But to the point that now where she's not that bothered. But the Euro finals, England, when they reached the finals, in Sadiq Khan actually gave me tickets to go, and he only gave me one ticket, and she wanted us to go and watch the finals together. I said, what's the finals? I said, Euros, finals, Italy, Wembley, once in a lifetime, babe, go watch it with your friends. Yeah, so I ditched her on that one.
So he's done it before. Right, take another one.
Favourite football shirt you own? Ooh.
Is it a Hackney Wick or is it a Blackburn one? Or it could be a random one?
Probably my Congo one.
Yeah?
Yeah, probably my Congo one.
Yeah? What era?
It's a recent one. I think it's 2019 one. My brother got it for me for my birthday. And yeah, it was sentimental because he got me that as a present, but also just the fact that I never owned a Congolese jersey before that. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Who's your footballing idol? Oh, there's four.
Okay.
There's four, right? Obviously, I call myself the Peckham Zizou, right? But I love Zidane, right? But I used to have tickets like that. People might be, you surf on that clip on Link Up TV. I had the tickets, I just put them away, and then obviously as you get older. But David Beckham, I just love David Beckham. Just what he could, and again, it's all Adidas players because I used to love the whole Predator era. And I just remember David Beckham. And we've got a player at our football club who reminds me of David Beckham. John, don't look nothing like him, a mixed race kid. But he just very simple. The ball comes, takes it out of one side, whips it in.
Yeah.
No nonsense kind of thing. And he delivers and he scores goals.
Yeah.
And Beckham reminded me, always very professional.
And he's an East London boy, isn't he, Beckham?
Yeah, East London boy as well. I
Yeah.
think Leighton's on around here.
Yeah. So he's probably like the best player to come from East London, right? I'd say, maybe. Him.
Could be.
Cole.
Could be.
Yeah.
Quite a few. And Jermaine Defoe's around the corner as well.
Oh, yeah.
But who I used to model myself on, right? Although I had the flair of Zidane, but Paul Scholes.
Scholesy.
Paul Scholes.
Yeah.
I loved Paul Scholes, man. Paul Scholes is my guy. And of course, the fourth one, Alan Shearer. Like,
Come on.
Alan Shearer. Yeah, man.
All right, let's end on one more. One more. Final one.
Who's the most overrated player in your opinion? In this era or any era?
Any era, mate.
Most overrated player of all time. Marcus Rashford.
Marcus Rashford?
Yeah, overrated.
Why? Why you say that?
How old is he now? 26? 26, 27?
I think so.
Right.
Roughly around that anyway. And people can't keep calling him a young boy no more.
Yeah,
now.
and that's my whole point, right? Yeah. He's only ever had one good season, right? As a forward striker, right? I take Jamie Vardy over Marcus Rashford any day.
Really?
Any day of the week, I take Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy's proved himself in this league, consistently scoring, even at his age, right? Marcus Rashford, I like him because of what he's done for the youth and the community and so on, but I think that's what kind of overhyped him as this kind of, oh, he's doing so great, so people overlooked what he was doing on the field. He had that one good season, but besides that, what has he done to justify what he earns? And again, that's not through any fault of his own. That's through Man United and them, because I think they gave him that money because of what he was doing in the ambassadorial role for the club. Oh, we need to keep him, he's good PR. But in terms of his football, there's players who playing for lesser teams. And again, can't blame him because Man United got the budgets they got and they give addition at their contracts. But there's players who've been scoring a ridiculous amount of goals every single season. Not getting half of that. I take Ollie Watkins over Marcus Rashford. Obviously, they'll be playing together now, but I take Ollie Watkins over him. I would have even taken Duran, who just gone over him. There's so many players that are taken over Marcus Rashford, but don't get me wrong, he's a good player, but he's a player that is maybe, and no disrespect to other team, is a Crystal Palace sort of player. Don't get me, they beat Man United the other day. Aston Villa sort of player, a Fulham sort of player. He's not elite. Okay.
So let's see how he gets on at Aston Villa. Right?
Let's see.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, what's next for Mr. Kasanga, man? And also, I wanted to say congrats to you for flying the flag for East London football right now, because I'm just going to throw the shot at Baiteze. You're not doing it right now. So again, Hackney Wick are flying the flag for.
Well, how are Baiteze going on? Is it?
Yeah, it's a bit.
It's not going well.
Yeah, it's not doing good. It's not looking good.
I think there should be another team as well who look at doing SE Dons and trying to get into Saturday football as well. It makes sense for a lot of these teams to actually go into that, but that's for them to decide.
What advice would you give someone trying to do that then?
You need a bit of finance behind you as well. You need a bit of finance behind you as well. And just a lot of volunteers and consistency. And I think it just helps you consolidate yourself more as a serious team. Not serious. They're serious in what they're doing. Their branding is amazing and everything. But I think just that it's that next level, it's that next step. And I remember Don Stretch was saying, we don't want to stay Sunday League. But I feel everyone kind of realised you've kind of clocked Sunday League now. Yeah. What's the next challenge? So that's what my thing would be, kind of Baiteze. But I mean, in regards to Hackney Wick FC, what's next for us and myself is just like, let's see out this season. Let's try and see if we can get a few more players from this team, especially our young age group, get them signed to professional clubs. For me, that's what brings a smile on my face, man. When I see Ashley, who plays for Stevenage under 13, scoring against Tottenham, scoring against Portsmouth, and this kid just puts him up around the corner in Hackney. Now he's doing that, so hopefully, fingers crossed, he can go and progress and just keep doing what we're doing and just keep expanding the club and growing.
And then changing lives, that's the main thing for
hopefully,
you,
man. Hopefully, yeah.
Guys, thank you guys for watching. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow Hackney Wick and Bobby Kasanga. What's the pages now, man?
Just follow Hackney Wick FC. Think Outside the Blocks. I think it's Think Outside Blocks on Instagram, and Hackney Wick Academy. Yeah, that's it, man. That's it.
Thank you guys for watching. As always, see you guys all in a bit. Peace.